Zambia's oldest and largest wildlife sanctuary. Home to more than 200 lions and the country's largest population of cheetahs. Kafue National Park. This place is not only home to 4,800 African elephants, but also a true haven for the most powerful predators. Before diving into some thrilling wildlife showdowns, tell us in the comments which African predator is your favorite. There's a good chance it will appear next. Stay tuned as we head into the Last Eden, Predators of Kafue. Across the vast Busanga Plains in northern Kafue, lions roam like ancient warriors, patiently shadowing every step of the antelope herds. As night falls, the calls of the spotted hyena echo across the dark, carrying with them an eerie laugh and the instinct of a stealthy hunter. Along the rivers that flow through the Kafue Flats, Africa's largest Nile crocodiles lie in wait, then launch forward like a sprung trap. On the open grasslands to the south, African wild dogs strike with the speed and coordination of an elite task force. From high above, the lappet-faced vulture makes a heavy landing, its powerful beak tearing through the hide, left untouched by those who hunted before. Each species, each landscape forms a vivid slice of the wild, a place where might and life are held in a delicate, ever-shifting balance. Tucked away in western Zambia, at the heart of Africa's wild soul, Kafue National Park is where the horizon is swallowed by dense miombo woodlands and vast flooded plains that stretch as far as the eye can see. The size of the state of Massachusetts, this is the second largest protected area in all of Africa. It spans more than 190 kilometers from north to south and stretches around 85 kilometers from east to west. Like a mighty brushstroke of nature across the map of the continent. The story of Kafue National Park began in the 1920s, when the land was first placed under protection as the Kafue Game Reserve, named after the 1,600-kilometer-long Kafue River, the longest in Zambia. The next chapter came in the late 1940s, with discussions aiming to upgrade the reserve into a full-fledged national park. By 1950, under the influence of conservationist Norman Carr, a pioneer of the walking safari, Kafue was officially declared a national park, becoming Zambia's oldest national park. The foundation of this land is more than just soil and sand. It's layered with ancient witnesses of time. Rock formations like porphyritic granite, schist, gneiss, and Katanga limestone recall an era when the Earth's crust was still in the making. Scattered low hills rise gently across the valleys like ripples on a sea of earth, offering a quiet yet profound glimpse into the stillness of deep time. Kafue National Park is a remarkable treasure trove of biodiversity. As of 2024, the park is home to around 158 species of mammals, over 515 species of birds, 70 species of reptiles, 58 species of fish, and 36 species of amphibians. The climate here is distinctly divided into two seasons. The rainy season runs from October to April, bringing between 700 and 1,020 millimeters of rainfall annually. The dry season lasts from May to September, when the air is cool and crisp, averaging around 21 degrees Celsius, sometimes climbing to 33 degrees Celsius during the hottest month of October. With the highest biological productivity in all of Kafue, the Busanga Plains unfold in the northwest like a vast, water-filled basin. Here, the Lufupa River rises during the rainy season and slowly recedes in the dry months, revealing a mosaic of saturated grasslands, natural channels, swamps, and shallow streams. Tall termite mounds rise as dry islands, safe havens for red lechwe antelope, puku, and predators during the flood season. Aquatic grasses like echinocloa, oryza, and hyperrhenia blanket the plains, soaking up nutrients and sustaining a landscape where biodiversity peaks throughout the dry season. Once spread across the continent, the cheetah, the fastest predator on Earth, now counts fewer than 7,100 mature individuals, less than 10% of its historical range. Of Africa's 54 countries, only about 25 still have cheetahs living in the wild today. In many places, they've slipped away quietly, leaving behind an irreplaceable gap in the food web. In Zambia, fewer than 100 individuals remain, found only in two key areas: Kafue National Park and Liuwa National Park. While Kafue National Park holds the country's largest population, it's still just around 60 mature cheetahs. They are the result of millions of years of evolution. Fossils discovered in Olduvai Gorge trace their ancestors back to the Pleistocene epoch, about 3 to 3.5 million years ago. But after multiple population bottlenecks over time, the species now carries extremely low genetic diversity, making them less resilient and more vulnerable to climate shifts, disease, or changes in habitat. Cheetahs aren't always solitary. Males often form groups known as coalitions, typically brothers, that hunt together with greater success. In the Greater Kafue region, including Busanga, the most recent 2024 survey by the Zambian Carnivore Program recorded 44 individuals across 18 groups. In their brief yet intense existence on the Busanga Plains, cheetahs are a vital thread in the ecosystem's fabric. By helping control antelope numbers, they indirectly protect the grasslands from overgrazing, keeping the delicate cycles of water, nutrients, and carbon flowing smoothly across this floodplain. At Busanga, the most biologically productive region of Kafue National Park, life never stops. As the Lufupa River slowly recedes during the dry season, herds of red lechwe, puku, and impala move in to graze on the newly exposed grasslands. And it's here that the cheetah's hunting prowess truly shines. Beneath the golden glow of sunset washing over the grasses of the Busanga Plains, one of Zambia's most unique wetlands, a silent shadow slips through the tall grass. The cheetah doesn't roar, doesn't rely on brute strength, but it holds one singular gift bestowed by the Creator: speed. It creeps toward a young antelope that strayed from the herd, each step as silent as a passing breeze. At just about 30 meters away, its body coils like a loaded spring, and in a flash, it launches. From a standstill, the cheetah surges to nearly 100 kilometers per hour in just 3 seconds, faster than a sports car. And that's only the beginning. with a spine like a living spring. Each stride stretches up to 7 meters. Its body cuts through the air like an arrow, guided by a long tail that keeps balance and steers as the prey twists and turns. Unlike most big cats, a cheetah's claws don't retract. They grip the earth like the cleats of a sprinter. Its heart races, lungs pump at full capacity, and every beat fuels this short, decisive burst. In less than a minute, if all goes as planned, the hunt is over. The prey lies still. Only heavy breathing breaks the silence. Because in the wild, the slow go hungry, but the loud might lose everything. The cheetah lowers its head and eats quickly, silently. If today had ended in failure, it might have waited hours or even an entire day on an empty stomach. And any noise could bring scavengers like lions, who may not be as fast, but carry the kind of power cheetahs can't challenge. As winds sweep across the Busanga plains, carrying the dry scent of earth and the ripeness of sun-baked grass, the stillness suddenly breaks with a thunderous roar echoing through the open sky. It is a territorial claim, a show of strength, and a reminder of the presence of the top predator in the food chain. The lion. In a place where life and loss intertwine with every moment, the lion fights not just for prey, but to hold on to its place in a world that is constantly shifting. The lion carries a legacy of ancient evolution. Genetic and fossil research reveals that their ancestors once roamed across Africa, Asia, and Europe for hundreds of thousands of years. In Busanga, lions are a cornerstone of the ecosystem, playing the role of natural regulators through instinct and finely tuned strategy. Unlike many big cats that live solitary lives, lions are the only members of the cat family with a complex social structure. A typical pride includes several adult females, their cubs, and 1 or 2 males in a coalition, usually brothers. The mane serves as a biological signal, revealing a male's age, health, and dominance. A lion with a dark, thick mane reflects high testosterone levels, robust strength, and the power to defend the pride against any threat. Lionesses form the heart of the pride. They hunt, raise young, and protect each other with a bond that's nothing short of remarkable. Perched atop termite mounds that rise from the flatlands, a few silent silhouettes watch. These are the patient, unyielding huntresses. They don't rush, don't make noise. As a herd of wildebeest grazes unknowingly, the lionesses begin to close in with precision. This isn't a chance encounter. It's a coordinated maneuver, a rehearsed strategy where each lioness plays her role: the blocker, the flanker, the finisher. When the time is right, they strike in unison. A lioness can burst forward at nearly 80 kilometers